Tour Creator is another tool that allows us to create a virtual reality experience. Is different from CoSpaces Edu because Tour Creator is mainly oriented to create virtual reality field trips where we can use 360 photos. These photos can be from Google, we can choose them from Google Maps, or we can use our own 360 photos that we can take using an app for smartphone like Google Street View, or using a proper camera to take 360 photos. In this case, we're gonna explain you how to create a virtual reality field trip using Tour Create. To use Tour Creator, you just need a Gmail account. So what you have to do is just to log in. When you log in, you can see the tours that you already have created, or you can start by creating a new tour. When you create a new tour, you're gonna need the basic information about the virtual reality field trip that you are creating. In this case, I will just create a virtual reality about Batalha. Batalha is a village in the center of Portugal where I teach, and is very well known about this monastery that is a World Heritage from UNESCO. So I will call Batalha Monastery. I need a cover photo, so I just have to select an image. In this case, I will choose this one, that is a statue of a horse in the Batalha Monastery, and just a description about this tour. Okay, you can choose the category. I will put this on culture and humanity, and just click create. We have defined our basic information about our tour, and the tour in Google Tour Create, they are built like in CoSpaces Edu through scenes. So you just have to add your scenes. In Google Tour Create, you just can add points of interest, and in this point of interest you can add photos to better describe the points of interest that you want to your viewers to pay attention. In this case, I will add a scene. As you can see here, I can use 360 photos from Google Maps, or you can upload your own 360 image. Because I want to create a field trip about Batalha, I just have to search Batalha. Okay, and I have here the little yellow man. I just have to zoom in. I have to look for the Batalha Monastery. There he is. And as I am moving, you can see that I have the blue lines, and of course I have also the blue dots. And each time you just stop in one of them, you can see what is the image that is associated. So I want one from the entrance. I will see if this one is good. So I have here the entrance of the monastery. I will just click add scene. I will give a name to this scene, and this scene is Batalha Monastery entrance. I will just write a simple description. This is the entrance of the monastery. And each of the scenes that I have in my virtual reality field trip, I can add points of interest. I just have to click here, position the point of interest, for example in here. Just I have to give a name. This will be the main entrance. This point is the main entrance of the monastery. It is Gothic style. And then you can add a picture. When you click on the point of interest, will be pop up when you are exploring the virtual reality. I can just drop or select. In this case, I will select the entrance of the portal. will just open, add, then I can change the position, how it will appear, I can size it. So this is my first scene, and just to explain you, I will just add another scene. Just click here, once again, here we are, and then I will just try to find one in the interior of the monastery. See this one, more in the back. I will try to find one more in the middle. This is another spot. Okay, almost this one here. Good. So we are in the middle of the main room of the monastery. So this one will be okay. I will just click add scene. Once again, the name of this scene we'll call the main church. Description: this is the main church of the monastery of Batalha, and I will add also a point of interest. I will just click. Of course, you can add more than one point of interest in your scenes, just depend on the scenes that you are working on. The altar of the monastery. As you can see, this is really interesting for us to use on eTwinning projects, where you can put your students working on your village, your countries, your heritage, so they can share with other participants. Once again, we have to define the position. Okay, just a bit like this. Good. And anytime we click here on the point of interest, we're going to have the opportunity to see more close to the monastery. I will just return to the first scene, and I will add here another point of interest. In this case here in the statue, I will call this exactly the horse statue. This is the statue of, this is the name of the man that was in charge of the Portuguese army in the battle against the Spanish near Batalha, in a place called Aljubarrota. Okay, and of course I will add an image, just position. Okay, like this. So when we are exploring this virtual reality field trip, if you click here, you're going to have a detail of the entrance of the monastery. If you click here, we're going to have a detail of the statue of the horse. And if we enter in the main church and we click here, we have a more detailed close that we can see. So we have our virtual reality field trip created. We just have to publish it. We can make it public or not, just depend. In this case I will make it public. Just publish it, and we have the direct link. We can see the tour, we can explore it. When we are exploring it on the PC or laptop, will be like this. But if you open the link on your smartphone, you're going to appear here the button to see this virtual reality field trip using the headsets, in this case using the Google Cardboard. So if you click here, we have all the information. If you click here, we have the information about the entrance, and of course if I go to scene 2, when I click here, I have also the information about the main church, and have the possibility to share it. You can share it through Facebook, to Twitter, or if you want to add it, for example, to your TwinSpace, you just have to copy the embedded, paste this code, and this will appear like this. So this is another platform. As I told you in the beginning, you don't have all the functionalities, you don't have all the flexibility as you have on CoSpaces Edu, but it is a really interesting platform to create a virtual reality experience and to give the opportunity to your students not only to be consuming virtual reality, but also to be creators and to share with other students aspects of their national heritage, cultural, historical, and natural, and so on. So it's very, very interesting because the students in the other partners will have the opportunity to enter in the immersive virtual reality experience and have like they were in the country of the other partners. Even if you want to present your schools, this is a very interesting tool to do that, because you can use, as I told you, you can use a smartphone app to take 360 image photos of your school and then create this kind of virtual reality field trips. In this case, it will not be a field trip, but it will be a school trip to give the opportunity to students from the partners in the Twinning project to enter directly on your schools. So this is another platform to create virtual reality. We cannot wait to see your experience. Please share them with us using our learning event hashtag on Twitter or in the Facebook group. Invite your students to use Google Tool Creator, and for sure their creativity and imagination will make us live amazing virtual reality experience.